Okay, so today we're going to talk about mean absolute deviation. Okay, so step one is to find the mean of your data. Okay, we've been doing that for a while. We know that we add up all of our numbers, divide by how many numbers there are. Step two is determine how far each data value is from the mean. So this is absolute value, no negatives. Okay, so just you're finding out how far each number is from the median. Then you make a list of all your distances and you find the mean of those distances. So this is a little time consuming, especially at first when you're learning how to do it. But after you get the hang of it, it is really not that hard, and you will, if you're like me, you'll kind of enjoy it. It's not that bad. Okay, so just bear with me for a little bit. All right, so it says to find the mean absolute deviation of the following sets of data. All right, so we're gonna, the prices of 8 lunches are $10, $8, $3, $5, $9, $6, $7, and $8. Okay, so if I add those all together, which I just realized I probably should have put plus signs between them, not commas between them, but it doesn't really matter. You guys know what I'm about to do. I'm going to add 10 plus 8 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. That gives me 56. So then I take 56 and divide it by 8 because there are 8 data or pieces of data, and that gives me 6. Right, I'm going to double check myself because I was putting stuff in the calculator as I was trying to talk and I have already confused myself. So, oh, I'm sorry, it gives you 7. See, I tried to do too many things at once and got myself distracted. Okay, so the mean of my data is 7. So then I need to see how far each of these numbers are from 7. So 10 is 3 away from 7. 8 is 1. 3 is 4 away from 7. 5 is 2 away from 7. 9 is 2 away from 7. 6 is 1 away from 7. 7 is 0 away from 7. And 8 is 1 away from 7. So I've made my list. Now I'm going to find the mean of those distances. So I'm going to start by adding. Okay, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of data. So I'm going to divide by 8. And 14 divided by 8 is 1.75. So our mean absolute deviation is $1.75. Okay, so what does that mean? What is mean absolute deviation? Well, we know what it is. We just did it. But what does it mean? It means that on average, each lunch cost $7. However, things on a typical average will be $1.75 more or $1.75 less. Okay, so that's kind of given us a range of what we can expect. The lower the absolute mean deviation is, that means the closer together the numbers are. So if we're looking at these numbers, our lowest is 3 and our highest is 10. So the range is only 7, and most of the numbers are, between 6 and 8, really. So it is no surprise that the mean absolute deviation is fairly low. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. Bryce scores the following on his math test this 9 weeks. He scores an 86, 71, 92, 84, 76, and 95. So I'm going to add these together. That gives me 504. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to divide that by 6. So his average would be an 84%. So then I need to see how far are each of these numbers. Did I say 86? I meant 84. How far each of these numbers are from 84%. So 86 is 2 away. And then 71, you can use your calculator, you can count on your fingers, whichever way is best for you, is 13 away. 92 is 8 away. 84 is 0 away. 76 is 8 away. And I'm just checking myself. If you hear me clicking over here on the calculator, I'm just making sure. It is late in the day, and I've been doing a lot of these, so sometimes I just need to double check. And 95 is 11 away. So to find the absolute deviation, I'm going to add these together. That gives me 42. Again, I'm going to divide by 6. And that is 7. So my mean absolute deviation is 7%. Okay, the following are ages of the girls on Hadley's softball team. 9, 12, 10, 8, and 11. So I'm going to find the average first. That gives me 50. I'm going to divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the average age is 10 years. Then I'm going to see how far each of these are from 10. So that's 1, 2, 0, 2, 1. Add those together. That is 6. 6 divided by 5 is 1.2 years. Okay, let's do some more examples. The prices of dinner menu items at Applebee's are $15, $10, $13, $9, $19, $20, $12, $9, $14. So let's start by adding those up. Gives me 112. 8. I'm going to divide that by 8. That means that on average, It is $14 for you to eat dinner at Applebee's. So then I'm going to figure out the distance between all of these and 14. So that's 1, 4, 1, 5, 6, 2, 5, and 0. So I'm going to find the average of these. So I have to start by adding, just like I did before. That gives me 24. And 24 divided by 8 is $3. So our mean absolute deviation is $3. Okay, the daily low temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit in Henderson this week are 45, 39, 40, 52, and 44. So I'm finding the average. I'm going to add those all together. I get 220. Dividing it by 5 is 44 degrees. Okay, so that's our average. So we're finding the distance. Then I'm going to add those up and find the average of our distances. It's 18 divided by 5. That is 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. The maximum speed in miles per hour that 8 roller coasters can go are as followed: 55, 88, 40, 60, 72, 66, 80, and 48. So let's find the average. That gives me 509 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives me 63.625. Okay, just because there's a decimal, I'm going to go ahead and check my answers over. So that'll just take me a second. It is no big deal if you ever feel like you need to do that as well. It would be much easier to check myself right now than to go back after I'm finished and redo everything. So it is again 509 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the same answer. Okay, so we can do a decimal. Okay, it is not a big deal. It just might take us a little more time, but no big deal. Okay, so the first one is 8.625. Next one is 24.375. 3.625. 3.625. 8.375. 2.375. 16.375. 15.625. Okay, so then I'm going to add those all together. That gives me 103. And then we're dividing that by 8. So my mean absolute deviation is 12.875. All right, last one. Last week, Jeremy kept a log of the number of miles that he biked. So let's go ahead and find our average. I'm going to add those up. I get 49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divided by 7 equals 7. So he averaged 7 miles per day. And then we're going to see how far each of these numbers are from 7. So 15 is 8 away. 6 is 1 away. 5 is 2 away. 0 is 7 away. 2 is 5 away. 8 is 1 away. And 13 is 6 away. So I'm going to find the average of those. So that's 30, and 30 divided by 7 is 4.28, and then it keeps going on, so I'm going to end it right here and round off to a 6. So since I came to a decimal, you guys know that I'm going to check everything that I've done. So 15 minus 7 gave me 8. Good. 7 minus 6 gives me 1. 7 minus 5 gives me 2. 7 minus 0 gives me 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. 8 minus 7 is 1. And 13 minus 7 is 6. So 8 plus 1 plus 2 plus 7 plus 5 plus 1 plus 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 30. 30 divided by 7. And there it is. Just wanted to make sure, but that is the standard, or I'm sorry, the mean absolute deviation, which sometimes is called the standard absolute deviation or the standard deviation. So don't let that get you confused if you hear somebody call it a standard deviation. They mean the same thing. All right, that's it.